They say a man kneels only twice in life, once to propose and once to beg. That night, I did neither. I wasn't proposing. I wasn't even begging. The rain had started without warning, cold and sharp, soaking through my jacket as I ducked into the nearest bookstore. We sat in the back corner of that bookstore's cafe for 2 hours, talking about books, music, childhood heartbreaks, and all the invisible things that make people fall in love without even realizing it. "Hey babe, sorry, don't," I said quietly. Just a toothbrush, a pair of earrings on the nightstand, and the smell of her shampoo in my pillow. I deleted her number, but I never deleted the memories. It's been 2 years now. I've healed mostly. I learned that sometimes love doesn't leave you in flames. It leaves you in silence, in the quiet moments when you reach across the bed and find no one there. But I also learned this: going on your knees isn't always about surrender. Sometimes it's about acceptance, letting the tears fall because the truth finally set you free. And in that moment, that cold floor was the foundation I rebuilt myself on. "Don't lie to me," she froze. I stood there shaking, not with anger, but grief. Let me know in the comments, because sometimes the stories we're most afraid to tell are the ones that set someone else free. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and family. I saw you. Lila's mouth opened, closed, her eyes dropped. "It's not what it looked like," she whispered. "Then tell me what it was." Silence. "Lie to me if you have to. Just say I'm wrong." She didn't, and that's when I fell to my knees. Not because I was weak, but because my body gave out before my heart could. I grabbed her hands. Was any of it real? Any of it? She knelt too, tears in her eyes. "You made me feel alive," she said. "But I never stopped loving him. I thought I could. I wanted to. That moment broke me." She didn't cheat on me. She just never really left him. I was a chapter in her story. She was the whole book in mine. By the 3rd meeting, we stopped pretending it was coincidence. By the 5th, we stopped pretending we were just talking. She was a story I wanted to read over and over again. Her eyes always said more than her mouth ever could, and her touch, it was the kind of warmth that crept into your bones and refused to leave. One night, lying next to her on my old couch, I whispered, "I think I'm falling for you." She didn't reply. She just kissed me slowly, as if to say, "So am I." But love, I learned, isn't always kind. Sometimes it starts like music and ends in silence. I remember the way my boots squeaked on the floor. The warmth inside smelled like coffee and old paper. And then I saw her. At first, it was small things: her phone always face down, late replies, weekends that used to belong to us suddenly filled with vague excuses. One night I asked her, "Where were you today?" She smiled too quickly. "Just busy, work stuff." I nodded, but her perfume lingered stronger than it usually did. She wasn't at work. I told myself not to worry, that love means trust. But love also makes fools out of the best of us. I couldn't take it anymore. I followed her just once. That Friday, she said she had a networking dinner. I waited until she left, then I drove slowly behind her. She stopped at a restaurant. She wasn't alone. Through the window, I saw her laughing, touching another man's arm the way she used to touch mine. He leaned in. She didn't pull away. That laugh, the one I thought belonged to me, was now echoing in someone else's world. I drove home. I didn't cry. Not yet. She stood in front of the poetry shelf, soft sweater, wet hair clinging to her cheek, flipping through Neruda like she was touching a memory. Her hand reached for a book. So did mine. Our fingers touched. She looked up, smiled. "Guess we have similar tastes," she said. "Or excellent timing," I replied. We laughed. That laugh would become my favorite song. I was trying to hold on to something that was already slipping through my hands like water. And when the tears hit the floor before I did, I knew this wasn't love anymore. I wasn't looking for love that day. Her name was Lila. Lila began to change. That night, I waited. She came in just after midnight. The next morning, she was gone. No screaming. No dramatic exit. And now I ask you, have you ever fallen to your knees, not for love, but for the truth?